Quick hands from the Nets. Curry left wide open. That gets the scoring started. First basket of the game is brought.
To get Seth Curry on the second side.
Defensive 3 sets. So if the Nets can force turnovers, that certainly works to their advantage.
And so much of that is that the Heat, they want you to play in the half court.
Kyle Lowry knocking down gave up 40 points in that first quarter against Memphis on Wednesday. So defense very important for the Nets as Bam Adebayo.
Play is when they can function well offensively. They're such a strong defensive team, but for them it's about finding and having those stretches where they can continue to score with a team like Brooklyn.
Durant over Adebayo, no. Offensive board to Drummond, banging inside, gets the follow.
Tape.
7 seconds for Durant. Working on Adebayo. Off one leg. Oh, pure.
It's more deliberate and methodical, but the concept of Lowry's have those quick looks.
Butler, 87%. Irving has been on such a tear lately. 44 points per game in his last 4.
We're going to, as soon as this play is done, start talking about his percentages. They have been wild.
Ridiculous. Lowry on the drive. Push shot off the window is good. Adebayo. Butler. Pass to Tucker. The reverse falls. Durant slow and getting back on the other end. Protesting. The no call there. Tucker in the corner. That's his spot. 9-0 run.
Is so valuable. Now we know Dragic missed the Memphis game with a sore knee, but prior to that, he had been finding his way over 12 points, 7 assists the last 3 games, and that includes his high of 21 points versus Dallas and Nets high in points, Nets high in assists, 10. Playing against the manner of which they lost it, but they are still first in the East, and the Nets are trying to make it here in the playoffs. So I think the levels of motivation on both sides should be high.
Oh, Kevin Durant from the elbow knocks it down. Couple of field goals and a stop out of the timeout for Brooklyn. It's a 4-point ball game. Size advantage for Butler. The turnaround goes down. Irving. It's Drummond. Battling with Butler. The hook shot goes down. Couple starts for Drummond.
And good taking advantage of that mismatch. Butler trying to body him from underneath, but Drummond's able to shoot over.
Butler, too easy. Expect desperation mode from the Heat.
Yeah, and just the ease of which they're getting in the paint, moving the basketball, finding their ways offensively. That's the parts for the Nets that they're continuing to look to improve.
Drummond inside, bucket, and the foul. They are finding Drummond.
Weeks in particular, there's superstardom and some highlight plays, but also just a lot of good functioning.
19-15, Drummond couldn't complete the and one, and Kyle Lowry
coming in. He's missed the last 2 games. The Heat play differently when they play. They play at a faster clip, and obviously the type of numbers and the offensive prowess that he brings to the table is special.
Claxton, immediate impact as he comes off the bench. Hero, nice feed at Adebayo, bringing the rim down. It's heating up here in Miami. Durant on the drive, pull up. How did they get that to go?
We ready? You buckled up?
Playoff preview? Okay.
Start to feel it.
2-point ball game. Lowry to Tucker. Push shot in the paint is good. Good ball movement from Miami. Dragic to Brown on the drive off the glass. Yes.
Smooth. And while everyone's got so much focus on Kyrie, Kevin staying attached.
Steal there from Irving. Irving now. Pass off to Brown. And it's stolen. Hero doesn't have numbers, but fires a 3 off the mark. Miami keeping it alive. They are aggressive on the offensive glass in the early going. Hero wide open. Can't get that one to fall. Out of bounds to Brooklyn. And Hero's missed the last couple of games. Be and James Harden.
And
so the frustration boiling over.
You can understand, and especially for a Heat team that had been playing so well through the year, they're going through a little bit of a stretch. And you got a veteran presence in the coach, in the players, and I think for this group, they're probably hoping that in some way this helps them get past some of that turmoil and see things through.
Outstanding block from Nick Claxton.
And Dragic has got Hero's jersey the entire time off that play. Help coming over from Claxton.
Victor Oladipo in the ball game. Did not play last night, and he loses his out of bounds. He's still working off some rust.
And I think that's a part of it, too, for the Heat. A lot of what we've talked about with them through the season is how they've dealt with players being in and out, missing players, still able to win and compete. Now that they're getting everyone back, I think sometimes that does add an added layer of a challenge to figure out lineups, rotations, combinations, and how that's all going to work with some of those second-unit players.
Nets started 3 for 8. They are 8 for 11 from the floor since, and a foul is called. Meanwhile, the Heat just 2 for the last 7. Foul called on Jimmy Butler. On the floor for the Nets, Goran Dragic, Nick Claxton, Kevin Durant, Patty Mills, and the rookie Kessler Edwards. Durant, pull up. No contest from Butler, but Durant is off the mark. Hey,